All right, Bert, let's get into some bold NFL predictions. Speaking of, so how do you want to go one for one, or you just want to give
Yeah,
all
let's go
three?
one for one. So
Okay.
when we say bold predictions,
Yeah.
Germs may be a little bit more realistic than mine. I went complete dark horse for shit that could
Oh, I
happen
can't wait.
just to make us look like geniuses when we play it
Yeah.
back. So my first one, Justin Fields will beat out Russell Wilson for a starting QB job. And after going winless for the first 3 games, they'll put Russell in only to go winless for the next 4. What a shit show is happening right now in Pittsburgh. They're literally arguing over 2 duds. And honestly, like, I just feel horrible for that franchise because it's so historic and great. And when you look at their schedule, it is something that, like, they should be able to compete this year. But man, if you don't have a solid guy in that spot, like, it just to me it looks like disaster. I don't know which one I would choose over the other. For me, I think Justin Fields is the right choice. I don't think the outlook is going to be great in who's the spot, like, but I can see them dropping the first 3, switching out for Russ, and Russ to do his Denver thing and just completely botch it even more.
So it's funny you said that mine are going to be realistic. I actually tried to go outside the box, and I'm just going to go out swinging. Jaden McDaniels will beat out Caleb Williams for Rookie of the Year. He will be a better quarterback than Caleb Williams. I'm not going to say the Washington Commanders are going to win the division or anything crazy. Like, I thought about saying that, but then I looked at their defense and kind of looked at the scope of things, and I think their offense is going to be really good. I think they're going to put up big numbers in games, but their defense, man, is just god awful. And I wanted to say they were going to win the division, but because they're about due. If you look at how the NFC East has kind of leveled out, like, nope, they haven't had a repeat winner, and or it doesn't happen that often, and so they always seem to like take turns winning the division. I feel like Washington is due, but I can't trust their defense enough to make that bold of a prediction, even though I do think their offense is going to be really good, which is why I'm picking Jaden McDaniels to be better than Caleb Williams and win Offensive Rookie of the Year, 100 or Offensive Rookie Player of the Year, or whatever the award is.
Nice. This next one pains me to say, and I guess this is probably the more realistic pick out of all of mine, but after not winning a game through week 8, the Giants will fire Brian Daboll, get an interim coach in, only to win week 9 against Washington and then lose out the rest of the season. I'm going to be honest with you, even just watching their preseason, it's been rough.
It's been rough.
We paid Danny Dimes. Danny Dimes is not him. He is not him at
It's
all.
not looking good.
And
it's not looking good.
Honestly, I think it's not looking good as much as I want Daboll to work out. And look, he might be able to work a miracle. That could be 100% true. But I do think if they start out the way I think they're going to start out, he's gone midseason. And then obviously the right move is to buy Danny Dimes out at the end of the season, because we have the option this year, and then just start fresh,
So I hit that music because I thought you were going to also say the news that Bill Belichick announced that he is intending on returning to coaching next year. So
ooh, I like that add-on though.
Yeah. So Bill Belichick, a name to watch. Coach's little puckered butts going on this season. You better start off hot, or the Bill Belichick rumors will start earlier than expected. Bert, the Denver Broncos will become the NFL surprise breakout team. I'm going to call it the Detroit Lions Award. I think, maybe not enough to like win the division or anything like that, but like, how the Lions, like, I believe the first year of Dan Campbell, they didn't play well, but then like the second year, I don't think they had a winning record, but they lost a lot of 3-point games. Like they were in a, so that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not saying they're going to have a winning record. I'm not saying they're going to make the playoffs or anything crazy, but they're going to be competitive where it's like, the Broncos, hey, check them out. So I'm going to say that I believe in Bo Nix. I 100% believe in Bo Nix. It's the rest of the team. I got to see how they shape up. I do believe their defense is still pretty good. The health of Javonte Williams and some of their running backs, and then losing Jerry Jeudy hurt. So who's going to step up at receiver? But Denver Broncos, Sean Payton's got everything. Offensive line is good. Looks like the quarterback's good. So with those things, I think they're primed to be a breakout team, or at least a breakout candidate team.
My last bold prediction, and maybe it was just me sipping on the sauce after watching that Gardner Minshew training video, but I had something very similar. Not playoff bound, but right there. Oakland Raiders. Gardner Minshew is going to throw for over 4,000 yards this season and lead the Oakland Raiders to an almost playoff berth. So listen, we're staying in the same division here, you and I, but we're just switching teams here.
I like this move.
I like that. And the only reason I'm going to disagree, because my last bold prediction, Bert, because it's mathematically possible now, the AFC North will have all 4 teams in the playoffs. This is the year. This is it. I think at worst, the Steelers will be the worst team, and because Mike Tomlin has never lost, and it's mathematically impossible to go 500, I guess if they tie a game, but 9-8, I think the Steelers are good enough to at least be 9-8 with whoever they have at quarterback. I'm going to say all 4 AFC North teams will make the playoffs this year. Book it. Bold prediction. I wanted to throw in I have a bonus one because I couldn't stop at 3. Josh Allen will win MVP. That's not bold. What's bold is Josh Allen will win MVP, but not by himself, Bert. For the first time since Steve McNair and Peyton Manning, we will have co-NFL MVPs, because it will be the Buffalo Bills' luck that Josh Allen is finally good enough to win an MVP award, but they will rob him by making him share it with like Jordan Love or Christian McCaffrey or some bullshit.
Kirk Cousins
in Atlanta, who is like dropping black slang that's impressing Bijan Robinson. And you saw those quotes? He's like, I'm very impressed with Kirk Cousins' black slang. Like, get the fuck out of here. Yeah, man. He's like, yeah, he's with it. He knows what's going on. Like, he says pause and everything, like at the right moment. So I'm like, this is great.
The
Kirk Cousins.
Cash King just keeps us guessing.
Man. Perk Cousins. Maybe. Perk. Is it Perk Cousins or Kirk Cousins? I don't know. Super swaggy. Yeah, that's hilarious. Kirk Cousins, man. Yeah, the Falcons are going to be really good. If Kirk Cousins plays, it's hard with these injuries to kind of figure out what these players are going to be. But if Kirk Cousins is who he's been for the most part of his career, which is basically white Dak Prescott, pretty good. The Falcons are going to be a fucking pretty good team. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if they made a NFC like title game push. Like, I
wouldn't be shocked at all. Yeah.